collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read from this full moon in Virgo to new moon in Aries, March 2023. I am your reader, Leo rising. If you can't tell, Mark Angelo Lyons. Can you figure? Mal for short, just my initials. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. We are going to be 25 years old on May 1st. Beltane, oh goodness gracious. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available on Kindle. If you'd like to preview it for free, you can click the link in the description box and see some of what got me, kept me going all this time. Words of Grace, absolutely. And if you are going to be down in the description box, I highly suggest you check out my Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. I love it. My subscribers over there are having quite the field day along with me. It is a membership based subscription platform that allows you to do all sorts of cool stuff. I am a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, a tarot reader since I'm 12 years old. I'm 54. Yeah, I know, don't look at things. Leo rising helps. And all of that. So doing really cool stuff. We got 8 levels of subscribers over there at the time of this recording. Seekers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, mystics, gods, goddesses is the top tier. They get absolutely everything. But all of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. On YouTube, as well as they get what's called a daily check-in, an unlisted YouTube live stream link. They can literally chat with me every morning. I sit on the couch with a cup of coffee, usually in my bathrobe. We talk about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little spell, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. And it is my favorite way to start the day because I haven't missed a day in a very, very long time. So if you are an artist yourself, a creative type, Leos usually are, 5th house dynamic, creativity and good fortune, check it out for yourself. But if you want the deeper dive into some more magic, miracles, mysticism, et moi, click the link and come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, one of many. But you can call me Mal. Hey, Leos. Talk about creativity, man. You try doing that intro over and over and over. Thankfully, I have my mother's sense of humor. So let's get up in this gig. If you are new to this channel, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints really about anything, like a card of the day, right? But 8 of them for a 2-week period. We're looking at a waning moon from the full in Virgo to the new in Aries. To help you let go, release the waning moon, right? I do the 8-card draws for the letting go. I do the 5-card draws for the building up, plant a seed and watch it grow. And I work these for myself as well. I absolutely apply with these readings because I'm reading not just for everyone. Well, I am reading for everyone. That includes me, right? So, let's look at this astrological timeline, by the way. That's why I have the clipboard over here, because there's a lot in this 2-week period of letting go, releasing, and spiritual alchemy, the full moon in Virgo, Tuesday, March 7th, 7:40 a.m. I am in New York, although my accent may come and go like weather and bloat. 2 weeks later, right, it's the releasing, the letting go, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table, making it heavier, so those atoms cannot be created or destroyed, only changed, transformed, or in this case, released or alchemized, to the new moon in Aries on a Tuesday. Now, just write that. It's on the 21st. We'll get there. You wait for a new moon in Aries on a Tuesday. It doesn't happen that often because it's Mars, right? Tuesday, day of Mars. Aries ruled by Mars. It's the only time you're going to get that this year, right? You only get usually 1 new moon per sign a year, unless it, does that blue moony thing. I don't know if that worked. I forget what they call that for new moons. But that is on Tuesday, the 21st of March, 1:23 p.m. In between those 2 dates, heads up, Saturn is going into Pisces. That's a whole lot going on there, right? Yeah, nope. Saturn is going into Pisces. Yeah, I guess that's right. On the 7th of April, Venus is going into Taurus. The 16th, it is a fixed sign. Leo is fixed fire, so that is a square at some point. That might be tricky. Venus moves through things relatively quickly, depending on retrogrades. Mercury goes into Aries, but for a Leo, that's going to be a trine, so that's probably going to work into your advantage. Again, that changes every month or so, depending on retrogrades. But the big one is Ostara, vernal equinox, the first day of spring, on the 20th of March, right before the 21st of the new moon in Aries. And keep in mind, the 3 days before new moon is called dark or balsamic moon, like vinegar. It just means dark, essentially. It means it's got balsa in it. Nope. And that can be very, very, very intense emotionally. I'm a Pisces moon and a Leo rising, so I'm going to keep an eye on this particular read pour moi afterwards. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, particularly the titles for archetypes or keywords that, or even if you're just like, ooh, right? And cross-watchers, heads up. If you watch this reading for your, whoever you're cross-watching for, whatever Leo you're cross-watching for, you will probably walk away from this with some understanding, some compassion, maybe some empathy for what they are having to release, go through. Waning moons can be very, very daunting because we don't like to let go, particularly fixed signs, right? No! Like Taurus, no, none of them like it. Scorpios, are you kidding me? No way. And Aquarians might, you know, it depends on their mood. But the process itself that you're going through, if you apply this to yourself, you will be alchemizing your shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love for yourself, and you'll be helping the entire Leo collective shift this so that we move to a more golden timeline. We've been traveling predominantly lead timelines for a very long time on this planet, so every time one of us alchemizes even just a little bit, it shifts them to a more golden timeline, but they take everybody else along with them. Infinite quantum wantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Please don't make me do math. Instead, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace from the pantheons of the divine and these pieces of cardboard to help you clear a path to plant a seed for that new moon in Aries, and the 5 card draws will be out in time before that. Cool. The shift from explanation to divination happens in this lovely two-word spell that my guides gave me a couple of years ago. Shifts me from one hemisphere of the brain to the other, and people have been saying, yeah, you could see it happen, so let's see if you can catch it. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Indeed. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, beloved shining ones. One card in clarity, please. What is the dominant archetype, the soul power, in the sacred contract for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers hanging out in the 8th chakra over their head, sending down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what they attract and what they repel, so that they can alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the poverty to wealth, right? And all of that, this full to new March 2023, the lover archetype. Hey lover, oh my lover. Do you remember that SNL sketch in the hot tub? Oh, was that Rachel Dratch? I forget who was in that. I suck at names, that's why I'm like this with celebrities. Written on this card, it is a masculine family archetype, even though we have a woman here depicted on the card, which tells you archetypes are neutral. It has nothing to do with bodily gender. Anybody can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The shadow attribute written on the bottom of the card indicates the lead. The light attribute, the gold, we're all in a process of doing that, but I gotta say, Leos, we love like a fucking house on fire. So the shadow attribute sort of addresses that. Obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Stalking, right? You know, no, I'm gonna sit outside and wait, and no. The light attribute, the gold we're shooting for here, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something, right? You know, you can love Netflix, but you have unbridled passion for it. In terms of what I do for a living, I really do as a Leo rising. Gotta say, I have great passion for my gods, for my guides, for this work as a mystical artist. So let's see where we go with this. The Lovers could be romantic, but it could be, you know, having an unhealthy obsession with DoorDash, you know, whatever it is. eBay! Let's see. See if Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, running around in her see-through nightie, shows up with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The next 4 chakras down. Now look, you can delay the alchemy, the healing, the shadow work. It's not easy, right? But we know more about it now than we ever have on planet Earth. Wonderful description box stuff down there about shadow work, the mirroring process. A movie, a documentary called The Shadow Effect featuring Debbie Ford. It's on YouTube. I try and put as much free stuff in the description box for people who want a deeper dive. So, the next 4 chakras down, right? So the Lovers in the 8th, right? Beaming down the codes. Spiritual power, mental power, will, choice power, and emotional power. Throat chakra minimum. Your choice if you want to delay that which cannot be prevented. And how many times do you want to keep repeating it? Because that's not because you're screwing it up. That's the compassionate return of the universe, says Gary Zukov in The Seed of the Soul, so that you do what you came here to do, right? And you have total free will in that. You just don't have free will in what the choices are, but you have the free will to choose. Let's see what the goddesses have to say. Please take a nice deep breath. God, I love this work. Still point. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the south, please, great goddesses of fixed fire. 1 card in clarity for the Leo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, please. 1 card in clarity, heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic, feminine energy, inside, yin side, creative intuition. What do they need to know on the inside to alchemize the lover archetype from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, this full to new? You're going to chew on it for a while. 2 of flames, 2 of wands. Some people call it the indecision card. Decisions are life-changing. This is about a choice. But juggling it, balancing it, made it past the ace. You went, woo, now what? Do I want to do it this way? Or do I want to do it that way? Do you remember Mahueha, Polynesian fire goddess there for you? So you're chewing on it. Throat chakra is very, you know, it's pull the trigger or don't. Launch the arrow or don't, you know. What are you going to say? You're going to express it? But there are 3 modes to the throat chakra in my experience. Spit, swallow, or chew, right? Spit it out and swallow it or just chew on it, because sometimes it is a jagged little pill. Alanis, shall we? That's on the inside. Let's look at the outside, or talking about the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, right? How you look from the outside looking in at yourself, or you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, because lower 3 chakras are about relationships in the physical world. So let's see what the lover be loving. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my very, very, very beloved gods of fire, sign of Leo, powers of the south, beloved gods of fixed fire. 1 card in clarity for my beloved Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. I mean, Leos have been known to be a bit passionate and burning down the village to get what they want. I've been there, done that, have the burnt t-shirt. So what do you got for us, the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers? What we need to be aware of: lower 3 chakras, inside out, outside in, relationships in the world to help us alchemize the lover in the 8th, with 2 of Flames, Mahuea, on the inner, and we've got the 3 of Swords. Okay, now no major arcana. There's only 2 decks out of these 8 that are tarot, and yeah, this card so rarely comes up in this deck. But I have issues with everybody saying that the 3 of Swords is always about heartbreak. Heartbreak is 5 of Cups. It's emotional, right? This is about the mind, right? Getting to the heart of the matter makes a hell of a lot more sense. Thank you, Pamela Coleman-Smith. Pamela Coleman-Smith, who designed the Rider-Waite Tarot that most decks are based on. Not all, but most. She was a member of the Golden Dawn. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. That's why I don't do keywords, right? It's like, oh no, those are there to bring out in me the intuitive clues, tips, and hints. I'm going to say you better keep an eye, or you may want to keep an eye on your boundaries. Solar plexus Leo, right? That energy of integrity, that yes, there may be an incisive, deep look inside of yourself to the heart of the matter here, but I will keep on the table that idea of heartbreak, because we are dealing with a lover, because that's the kind of thing that triggers us or gives us the opportunity to do the alchemy, to do the healing, to go from heartbreak to heart heal, heart mend, heartbeat. I hear a heartbeat. I feel a heartbeat. Big psychedelic fur. Psychedelic fairies. Ugh, no, I'm not ready to hang out with them just yet. So interesting. 2 on the inner, 2 of Flames on the inner, 3 of Blades on the outer. I just don't think the lover always immediately speaks only of romance. Yeah. So let's keep going. We got some more cards to hit the table to help unify and heal that Matt Kahn healing mantra card. I write down these mantras. I work them. I put them into my jewelry as magical who's-he what's-this, right? I got touchstones for them, and I work them every day. So let's see what the alchemy requires here. Let's say the Ascended Masters of Love. That covers pretty much everything, though. Could be about cannoli. Please, yeah, I dated a cannoli. He was lovely. Hey, Tony Cannoli. Please take a nice deep breath. The lighter I do these, the easier the shadow work hits the table. Still point. There you are. So I call upon the Ascended Masters of Love, which is pretty much everything. 1 card in clarity, please, my beloved ones, for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video. And receiving this reading, the perfect healing mantra to help us alchemize the lit to gold, the shadow to light, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the heartbreak to heart wake. I'm you know what I mean. With the lover in the 8th, 2 of Flames on the inner, 3 of Swords on the outer. This full to new. Overcoming fear, I will transcend every loss. Yeah. Shadow. It's so funny. This time, all of the mantras have been totally talking about shadow work. So, overcoming fear. Fear and loss and lack are linked, which is a lot of alliteration from one sentence. It's Course in Miracles says you cannot have a thought of fear without lack, or lack without fear. And if you contemplate, you'll see that. Because if you're afraid of getting sick, it's loss of health. Run with it, right? Fear of committing your heart and being that love, right? Why? Because you're afraid they're gonna leave, right? Or, hey, everybody leaves this planet eventually. It can be delayed, but honestly, unless you're a vampire, pretty much can't be prevented, right? It can be delayed, but not prevented. Don't sign nothing, right? Until you read that contract at the crossroads. Now, overcoming fear, that is the lead. Fear fear is lead. And in the Course in Miracles, in that first introduction, right in the front of the book, it says, the opposite of love is fear, but that which is all-encompassing can have no opposite, because fear is not a thing unto itself. It is a lack of love. It is the alchemy. Overcoming fear. Here we go. I will transcend every loss. Doesn't that sound like a Leo thing? Right? I will transcend every loss. When fear is overcome, you are able to rest in the resilience of your soul, not your ego, not your personality, your soul. No matter how frustrated or inconvenienced your ego seems to be, you are able to embrace each obstacle and circumstance as life's auspicious way of helping you become the one you are always destined to be. All right, there is my statue of Apollo. Next to it is the statue of David. Obviously not life-size, right? Now, when they asked Michelangelo how he did that, he said, I didn't do that. The divine God, I think is what he said, did that. I just chipped away the excess marble. Well, that's sort of what this is saying. This is who you are destined to be. This loss of lead, maybe a relationship, maybe a loss of an object of love, but love is the truth of who you are. That is the David in the marble. Not to be confused with David in a bridle, because I'm not into leather. That's such a stupid joke. Oh, I'm having fun today, though. Where did I leave off? You were always destined to be in overcoming fear. Every loss surely inspires a gain of insight for the evolution of your spiritual journey. This mantra is ideal for opening back up to life, healing chronic fatigue. That's an interesting take. And releasing cellular memories, because cellular memories, people don't understand when they talk about ancestral patterns. They're talking about genetic ones. Emotions are biochemical, and if that stuff doesn't get dealt with, it goes into the cell tissue, and then let's pass it down for a couple of hundred generations since cavemen, right? So the fear, right? The fear of loss. Pterodactyl, although pterodactyls and humans never really occupied the planet in the same time. Although incarnationally, you never know. I doubt I was a Tyrannosaurus. I got nice arms in this life. So overcoming fear as the lover, that's the... If any of them are going to get it, if any of them are going to be able to do this, someone who can have that unbridled appreciation for the path, for the work, for themselves. And of course, feeling the emotions of that, you are chewing on it. Got it. You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. And it's not that you can get it wrong. There is no wrong choice. It's just you're saying, I'm not ready for this right now, but it will. It's like in an orbit. It will come back around, right? All right, so let's ask the higher selves of all involved. There are probably other people involved in this one. Their higher selves have a say with the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. We will be using her Whispers of Lord Ganesh and a couple of cards to help remove the obstacles. Ganesh, Hindu, elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, those three atoms in the archetype. But let's ask our beloved higher selves, what's the tea? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ooh, I almost went into a totally different prayer there as I call upon the higher selves of all involved. Fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading so we can alchemize the lover from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, fear to love. With that choice, the choice is ours. Two of flames on the inner, three swords on the outer. If there is not a loss directly related to that, it could be healing, heartbreak, maybe in ourselves, maybe in another, yet it is all one as we overcome fear, because we will transcend every loss. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power to help us do just that this full to new? Love endures. There is no loss of love. Love endures. It is the immortal, eternal, divine. More real than this world is. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. You know, Matt Kahn, says that really all you have to do with this stuff is endure it. You just gotta live through it, right? Like we think we're doing something wrong, we've got to fix it. Nope. Oh, in a past life I must have stepped on an ant. Now that's why my life sucks. Nope. It's a video game, right? It's like the Matrix. We incarnate as immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies, and overcoming fear is part of it, because if you're one with everything, because that's what Buddha ordered his first time at Pizza Hut, make me one with everything. You kind of get, there is no loss in the divine, but we don't remember that. This is a process of spiritual awakening, and love is always the answer. So love endures. It sure does. It goes beyond it goes beyond this world. Because when you realize that it can be delayed, you're leaving this world but not prevented, you'll probably come back until you get, there are other places in this universe worth exploring that doesn't have bipartisanship, because they're not stuck in the third dimensional illusion of separation. But like the aminals, that's what we're going to use, the divine animals oracle, who are pretty much in the now. I don't know that they vote necessarily, but boy, they can scrap. Everybody has spirit animals and totems. The difference between the two is I have had many black cats throughout this life. They find me, and I'm gonna go hunt. They find me. It's like, you're a witch. Yes, I am. So all of those beings, all of those feline, those are animal spirits, and they reincarnate with me over and over and over again. But the totem of the cat is all of them. All of the felines, at least the domesticated, right? Different than the lion or the tiger or the panther or the cougar. Nice eyeliner. So let's see who's helping you do the alchemy. Please take a nice deep breath. At least I keep it entertaining. I've been doing this a long time. Such a different vibe. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, helping them do the alchemy from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, the support, the protection, and the oracle message to help them alchemize the lever. 2 flames on the inner, 3 swords on the outer, overcoming fear as love endures. Nice beaver. Thanks, I just had it stuffed. Beaver. I'm sorry, I was raised by a very, very funny, humorously dysfunctional family. And other aspects, I'm sure. But when it comes to... Well, I call my family's humor middle brow. It's like really low brow humor with very high brow vocabulary. Work is the key word written on the card. Beaver, you better work. I'm alright. Oh, that was a groundhog. Oh. Card number 27. I'm just going to read you the first part and the last part. Damn, Beaver! Card number 27. Look, if you knew the majority of my spirit guides are dead comics and writers of comedy, you got Carrie Fisher up there, and we got Leslie Jordan, Judy Tenuta. We're having a field day over here at Drawing the Circle Productions. Your keyword is work. Oh, I can't see. Itty bitty teeny tiny type. To love your work, what have I been saying? To love your work is a gift. Find a balance between work and rest. I'm working on it. It is worth aligning your work with your purpose if you can. See, I have. That's why I do the work, career, vocation reads on the channel. Hey, it took me a long time to get here. Being positively, mindfully engaged in your work, no matter what it might be, is healthy. Someone may be attempting to micromanage you at your job. Oh, I'm a Virgo. I can micromanage myself, thanks. And this is not an optimum way to work. Perhaps it is time for you to be your own boss. Well, I do work for the divine, but you know, they're the board of directors, as it were, my pantheons of the divine, and I get to make the decisions that they lay out in front of me, lead or gold, or somewhere in between. So look, what kind of work is this? Is this about your literal work in the world, how you survive, Or, I mean, it really does feel that way. The thing about beavers, elements of water and earth, is they build things and they live in what they build, right? The dams, maybe not all of them, all the time. But what are you building here is more my take on that. And are you loving it? Because this could very easily, relationships take work. Right? So if it is a love thing in that way, but you're still chewing on it, and that's fine. Take your time. There is no need to rush. In fact, it's saying find your work, rest, balance. That's going to help the love endure. When our nervous systems get stressed, exacerbated, right? We get what's the good word? Inflamed, right? We don't make the best decisions, and it's harder to work. Now we could go work out and take that energy and leave it on the dance floor or whatever. But Leo, 5th house, is creativity and good fortune. So what is your creativity here? What are you putting your love into? And I would love for you to comment 1 or 2 words, maybe more if you like, about what this is about. Because for not everybody here, is this about romance. This could very much be about something happening in the work world, right? They got a choice. Because sometimes, darling, you got to let them know. Will you stay or will you go? But they got to overcome fear. There's going to be a loss here of some kind. Maybe it's already happening. Maybe it's happening in this 2-week period with all this astrology. But to call upon beaver magic. I can't believe I just said that. Woo, you got yourself some beaver magic. So, stop, Mark. Stop it. You're cracking me up. Let's remove some obstacles. We'll go from the beaver to the elephant. In case there's junk in the chart, might as well find out. The Whispers of Lord Ganesh, Angelo Hartfield. I love Lord Ganesh. And in the West, everybody knows he's remover of obstacles. Not a lot of people know he's the god of success and prosperity, which now, if this is a work thing, let's see what he has to say about removing those 3 atoms. Please take a nice deep breath. Metaphorically, if that were literally possible, we would be on a different system of currency eventually. Still point. Beloved Lord Ganesh, remover of obstacles, god of success and prosperity, please. 1 card in clarity for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help us alchemize the lead to gold, the shadow to light, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy of the lover? 2 of flames inside, 3 of swords outside, overcoming fear, love endures with work, this full to new. Generosity. Generosity, card number 10. Oh, goodness, should feed the mouse, eh? What I love is that, well, yeah, in the Hindu pantheons, mice are usually about the ego, right? But I remember growing up, every cartoon that had an elephant was terrified by a mouse, right? Like from Tom and Jerry to Super Friends. Well, maybe not Super Friends, but they were super, my friends. So generosity is absolutely a Leo thing. Think of the sun, our ruling planet, as Leo, sun, moon, blah, 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 right? Puts out wavelengths of energy and frequency that our scientists don't even know all of them, right? Always giving, always generous, right? And we should probably keep that in mind, right? It's like, because if the sun doesn't go out, and it doesn't just go out, we all become humans, supernovas, solar supermen, and women and people. Card number 10, generosity. Compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. When you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. When you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesh to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you are filled with fear, overcoming fear, and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them. That's the love. Support them actively that you want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence, like standing in the sunlight. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate, and do not do favors with strings attached. Nope. Where did we go? That was a powerful thing. This will go a long way to eliminating the feeling of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people, and treat others with respect and acceptance. And you can make it look good because you're a Leo, right? That generosity. That's absolutely yang, that is giving, but as we give, so we receive. But if there's some lead in the equation, a fear of loss, how much are you willing to give? Tricky. Last card down from The Blessed Bee by Lucy Cavendish. We're going to look at the hidden blessing here, the gold within the lead of the lover archetype. If you do your best, the blessing's already in play. We don't often see our blessings until later. Location, though I am loquacious. And this deck is gorgeous. The book is amazing, which is why it is the last card down. And we do the blessings for real. Like all that fun, light, and goofy. This is where you get the payoff. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, a delegation consisting of beings, of divine beings from all traditions, lineages, and cultures of humanity. One card in clarity, please, for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing? The gold within the lead. Should we do the shadow work to the best of our ability? And there's a highly individualized curriculum for each and every one of us. No two people have ever done it the same way. So what do you got for us? The gold within the lead. The light at the end of the tunnel. If we alchemize the shadow, I almost saw what it was. The shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, toxic to healthy, the fear to love, lover on the eighth, two flames on the inner, three swords on the outer, overcoming fear, love endures with work and generosity. This full to new. Oh, I love this card. It's a blessing on your day. Oh, blessing on your day. Shlanti Tanta. I have a lot of Irish DNA in me, but I'm a quarter Sicilian. Blue eyes and olive skin, baby. Yeah, thank God a lot of that DNA is manifested between my hips and my knees. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Card number 5. His name is Richard. A blessing on your day. This is a beautiful, beautiful one. Really, read this every day. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's do these for real. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons. Please transmit. Card number 4. A blessing on your day. What's going on? There you are. A blessing on your day. A blessing to bring awareness, to shape and set the energy of the day, and to frame it with light and the possibilities of healing, adventure, and gratitude. This is a one day at a time kind of thing. This is it. This is life, one of the many you get, so go and have a ball. Bunny Franklin. May your soul feel called by the song of the day. May the day be gentle and good, clear and sure, filled with grace and gentle reminders of your own divinity. May the people you meet this day show generosity of spirit literal, right on the table. Be hospitable and welcoming and opening and candid in all of their dealings. May the sky be filled with blue and white. May the green beneath your feet be solid and soft to walk upon. May the rain fall soft and nourishing, and trees whisper to you the secrets that you need to know. May any challenges you encounter find an answering strength and courage within you, the lion of courage, Leo. And when you come to your rest this night, may you remember the many blessings this day held and account for them with the gods and be thankful for each of them, no matter how small. Blessed be for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote be. And so it is. It's work, but it's worth it, right? A blessing on your day. You take this, baby, day by day. And if you liked the reading, please consider hitting the thumbs up, subscribing, and all of that. I'm no longer monetized on YouTube. So all that stuff does, the comments and all of that, is helps other people find my work so that they can do their shadow work in this case. Because I'm on Patreon, best. If I ever made it so pretty. I love my Patreon. Yeah, go check it out. We are having a field day. Been there over a year, and it just keeps getting better. We keep getting more subscribers, and we're doing exclusive stuff. It's just really great. Seekers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, mystics, gods, goddesses. Go check it out. And if Patreon adds a free button, you'll get the daily check-ins. Yeah. So, yeah. Whoop. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal, and since this is not a timeless read, it is a timely read, I will let you know. May 1st, I'm changing my prices, flat rate for readings and spiritual counseling. It's been $100 an hour since 1998. I think it's time for an upgrade. Don't you agree? So book me now. Get it done before May 1st, because my prices are going up. There is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything for you. It will be remade. Because everything's changing, ain't it just? So thank you so much for watching, seriously. Wishing you the very, very best and the very, very blessed. You got the lover archetype. Love is the answer. But, you know, get to work, and may you have a blessed day every day of this full to new March 2023. I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.